A week before Christmas, I overheard my family plan to use me as a babysitter for the guests' kids, so I changed my plans. On December 24th, Mom called, "Where are you?" I laughed and advised not to wait for me in the 2000 catering. I'm 31, single, and I like my job, my apartment, and my quiet. In my family, that combination has a price. No wife and no kids means your time is community property. For 6 years, I was the designated babysitter at every holiday, every birthday, every backyard party, sent upstairs with the cousins while the adults drank downstairs. It wasn't just holidays either. Most Saturdays, my brother would show up at my door around 9 with his 2 kids, clap me on the shoulder, say they'd been begging to see their favorite uncle, and vanish until midnight. I'd spend the day stepping on toy bricks and negotiating screen time, and I told myself it was just what family does. I told myself that for a long time. Then, the first week of December, my mother called with her sugar voice, the one she only uses when she wants something. She was hosting this year, she announced. 25 guests. Her joints were aching and she couldn't possibly cook for that many, so would I cover the catering? $2,000, straight out of the account I'd been building for a down payment. I heard myself say yes before I'd even thought about it. That's how deep the training went. She called me a wonderful son and hung up. A week before Christmas, I drove over early to drop off folding chairs. I let myself in the front door, and that's when I heard her in the kitchen, on the phone with my aunt, laughing. "Don't bring toys. He'll take all 10 kids in the back bedroom. He watches my grandkids every weekend. He's used to the noise. What else does he have going on?" A pause, more laughing. "And the idiot already agreed to pay for the food, so I don't lift a finger this year." I stood in that dark hallway with folding chairs in one hand and my phone in the other. I don't remember deciding to hit record. I just remember standing very still until she moved on to the seating chart, then backing out the door without a sound and easing it shut behind me. I didn't yell. I didn't confront anyone, because I knew exactly how that would go. I'd be dramatic. I'd be selfish. I'd apologize by dessert. Instead, that night, I called the catering company and canceled the entire order. The owner warned me I'd forfeit the deposit. I told him to keep it, to remove my card from the file, and that if anyone called claiming to manage the order on my behalf, it was cash up front. Then I booked a cabin 4 hours north, muted the family group chat, and told no one. For the first December in 6 years, I packed a bag with no coloring books in it. On the 24th, I kept my phone off until 5 o'clock, right when the caterer's vans were supposed to be pulling into her driveway. When I finally turned it on, it nearly buzzed off the table. 41 missed calls. A wall of texts, each more unhinged than the last. "Where's the food? Call the company right now. This isn't funny. You're embarrassing this family." I let my mother's next call ring 3 times before I picked up. "Where are you?" I laughed. I genuinely couldn't help it. "The mountains, Mom. Don't wait on me or the catering. Neither one is coming." She started screaming that 25 people were standing in her kitchen with nothing to eat. Then she cycled through the whole playbook in one breath. I was ungrateful. I was heartless. I was ruining her Christmas in front of everyone she knew. "I know," I said. 10 of them are kids. Good luck finding the babysitter." I hung up while she was still mid-sentence. An hour later, my aunt texted me privately. "Your mother is telling everyone the caterer stole your deposit and vanished. She's in there crying about criminals ruining Christmas." Then a second text. "Your uncle golfs with the owner. He's video calling him right now in front of the whole living room." I could picture it exactly. The room going quiet. The owner's confused face on the screen, explaining that the son canceled a full week ago, calmly, in person, and asked that nobody be allowed to reopen the order. My aunt again. "Now she's saying you must have gotten confused, that you'd never do this on purpose." Her story was dying in front of 25 witnesses, and she was still trying to sell it. So I sent the group chat the recording from the hallway. No caption. Every word in her own voice. Her own laugh, playing out of 24 phones in her living room at once. The replies came in like weather. "My aunt. We're leaving. My cousin. Is this real? My uncle. I owe that man an apology." My brother in all caps, and my mother typing and deleting, until one word finally came through. "How?" I didn't answer. I set the phone face down on the porch rail, watched the snow come through the pines, and 4 hours south, an empty table sat 25.